Hello, good evening, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute. It is currently 8:18 at night. It's a little weird to start a vlog at this point in time in the evening, but I have been enjoying the last few days, and I've only been doing it few days, and I hate when I watch people that I've only done this for a few days, but it's changed my life, and it hasn't changed my life, but I definitely feel the benefits already of taking a different approach in my evening and my morning routines and really cultivating a very distinct routine in both the evening and in the morning. I'm really good about this year. I feel very calm, I feel very at ease, I feel very peaceful about it, and the way that I have approached it so far this year, this season of my life, this season of the year, winter, is so different than I've ever experienced and stepped into other New Year's, winters, all of that. Typically, winters are not the best for me. It can be very dark and depressing and a hard time. And I will say, ironically, this is the most secluded I've been from people in a winter so far. Granted, it's barely begun. It's only, when I'm filming this, it's the 7th of January. I feel the most at ease and at peace, sense of clarity, I think. It's funny because that was my word for 2022. Just feel good. And I know I will have days, I've had days, a couple weeks ago before Christmas, I had a big meltdown day, and it was a difficult day, but this week or so I've been in a really good headspace, and even the last 2 days, just having this routine, and so far being able to keep up with it and feel really good, and tracking things and just trying new things and feeling them out and testing them. I've been enjoying it. Obviously, I'm getting ready to go to bed soon. I have been obsessed with sock curls. It is actually a method that works for me, and I love it. The only part that it doesn't work for is my front pieces. I just end up recurling those because they always fall out when I sleep, but this is the most comfortable. It is the easiest. I'm going to work on my computer for a little while, and then I will probably do voiceovers here and there. I'm not really sure what this video is going to be like. Bear with me. It's going to be whatever I feel like doing because I'm sick of overthinking content and I just want to film it. Good morning. So it is 5:50 in the morning currently. The last few days have been waking up at 5:30. It used to be my wake up time, but I just started and pushing it to 6:30, and I was realizing that I was rushing myself and not doing anything for myself. I wasn't making myself breakfast. I wasn't giving myself time to really get ready. I want the option to be able to read, journal, take my time getting ready, have a really big breakfast, work out if I wanted to, meditate if I wanted to, go to work early, especially since it's winter, have the option to leave early so I can get there on time or a little earlier because of any impending weather. Just having that option. This morning, because I went to bed so early last night, which is surprising because I ended up getting everything done I wanted to, I read a chapter of my book, which is something that I've been doing too, is just reading more before bed, but also just in my day-to-day life. So on my lunches at work, I read. Downtime here, I read. I've been trying to get away from social media, so I'm on a social media purge right now to allow myself to do other things and kind of get away from toxicity and feeling like I have to be on it and a slight addiction to it. I just want to curb that. And I've done it before, but it feels really good to do it again. So with that comes a lot more reading, and I have been zooming through this book. I started it on Saturday, and it's really good, and I'm about halfway through. I've been reading right before bed, and it's such a good thing. Last night I actually decided to meditate for 10 minutes, and that was really good too. It really relaxed me before I went to sleep, and I just did it in bed. I laid down. You can sit up, but I laid down and I closed my eyes and I meditated. I focused on my breath and it was really good. It's a couple of times that I lost track of what I was doing and was thinking of other things, but I went right back to focusing on my breath. I went to bed so early last night. I went to sleep by 9:30. Because of that, I ended up getting up a little earlier than I would have expected to. Got up at 5:15 this morning. As soon as I saw that on my watch, I was like, I'm getting up, which that's something I am doing differently too, is I am wearing my Samsung watch at night to track my sleep. I just feel so much better and different. I made myself breakfast. I am now going to take some time to eat said breakfast. I have a nice cozy ambiance on right now behind you guys. I had the same one on last night. It's very much my aesthetic and like what I really like, but it's just very nice and cozy and it feels good. If I'm gonna watch any kind of video in the morning, it's going to be on my TV and not on my phone. I'm typically, the last few days, have not been on my phone a ton. In the morning, I will completely just like let it continue to charge, which is most mornings honestly, but I will let it continue to charge and I will put it away. The most I'll do is I'll look at my like sleep score, see what I did, what my restfulness is at, any of those stats, and then I will maybe reply to a couple of messages, and that's pretty much it. Disconnecting from my phone is the best thing I can do for myself because I'm on it throughout the day. Even with going to bed at 9:30, waking up at 5:15, I still got really good sleep and I got a 97 sleep score, so it feels really good. And it feels like a little competition with myself, but a very healthy competition, and it's reassuring me that I really am getting good rest, so I have no excuse to be tired throughout the day or like have an excuse to sleep in. I slept good. The only morning is Saturday and it's 7 o'clock in the morning. I've been up since 5:45 and yes, I'm still going strong. I've been enjoying getting up this early. I didn't really fret about it last night. When I was going to bed, I'd have my alarm on, I have taken a shower, I've made myself some breakfast, I made a pot of coffee, I am watching a YouTube video, I am about to get some work done and kind of plan my weekend. Yeah, I haven't vlogged the last couple of days just because, well, the last like day, I really didn't have a lot to do. Fridays are usually just a big, huge work day. The only thing that went like the big huge positive about yesterday was I had a really great therapy session and it was just so good. Like I feel so good. I feel good. I felt good before it. I felt good after it. I still feel good. I felt amazing during it. Like I feel good and I feel so good about these decisions that I'm making and these slower mornings and these more thoughtful mornings and routines, and I'm enjoying it. Let's wrap up 2024 by discussing the best of 2024 so we can move on to 2025. Let's start with beauty. First product is the Essence Make Me Brow in Brownie Brows. I've talked about this product for years, but I reinstall it into my rotation and I love it. It's just the ease of the application and it's super cheap. A new product in my rotation that I'm still using to this day is the Maybelline Cream Lipstick in Nude Lust. Tati Westbrook recommended it and I loved it so much I bought two by accident, but I'm so glad that I did because it's a beautiful, beautiful shade. I also coined myself a tubing mascara fanatic because I've been loving tubing mascara for years and just never realized that's what the Double Extend was. So I've been finding more and more mascaras on the market that are in the tubing section. One being from Brooklyn & Bailey, their Lash Next Door brand. It's beautiful. I loved it. I used it for a majority of the summer and it was just a really good product. Which, let's talk about their other brand, ITK. You can find them at Walmart, Amazon, or their actual website. They are a skincare brand and it's just a fantastic staple. That's what's always in my bathroom and my skincare routine, as well as their Mother's Hair line. That is the Heritage Hair product brand that you can also find at Walmart, Amazon, and their website as well. Beautiful selection of hair products. Highly recommend checking them out, and they're really inexpensive but great quality. So it's been a few hours. It is a little after 12 o'clock now. I'm on my second cup of coffee. I've done my hair, I've gotten dressed, all of the things. And I started going down through my reset list and kind of started ticking off the things that I've already done, continued to do. Been going through all of my mail too. So I have an accordion folder organizer that I've had for my entire life. Like, it was my mom's and she gave it to me to like play with, and I literally have had it since I was old enough to remember. I use that for all of my document organization until I need more organization. I will get a filing cabinet or something, but for now this system works for me. I like to go in about yearly and clean it out, so I did that. I scanned any receipts into Fetch and Upside. I ended up doing some budgeting stuff, paying for my next therapy session. I scheduled my next health coaching session. I added those things to my calendar. So I would say I can click that one, check that one off. I did my reflection. So what I want to end up doing the rest of the time is some more fun stuff. So, and what I mean by that is I would love to get my hands into Pinterest and start pinning more fun stuff for my vision boarding. I'd love to create my vision board next weekend and get that kind of fine-tuned and done. And then I think maybe I'll take some time too to kind of like go through my makeup collection and do some of that. Maybe I'll even do my brushes so I get a chance to use some new stuff this week. I just want to be able to spend some time cooking, spend some time with my family, read some, and all of that. So tomorrow we will pick up with the rest of everything. Tomorrow will be all of the like the legitimate cleaning, organizing. I'd love to strip this bed and get new sheets on it and then kind of just zhuzh up the room. This is my 2025 planner. I ended up buying my own planner this year because I had a beautiful idea. Last year I ended up getting a planner agenda thing through my work because it was primarily for my job. This year what I wanted to do was I wanted to have a physical representation of my goals through my life, through my personal life, but also have it reflected in one area with my job. So this is going to be my everything planner. This is a beautiful little pink planner. It is just really pretty and it's simple, but the things that I love about it in here are everything that I need. So I'm super particular about planners. I love to have a like ringed notebook. The hardcover part wasn't necessary, but I like the fact that I can flip it and flip it around and everything. I wanted it to be small so it could fit in my purse. Requirements for my planners are I need an entire calendar section for the actual month, because I need to be able to fit in here appointment times, PTO times for coworkers. I will put in here too, to allow myself to plan better, because I make up the schedules for our months, and then I also just like to know when somebody's off. So if I'm trying to plan something in my personal life, I can go back to this and be like, oh, so-and-so is off, so I can't do that or I can't plan that time then. The other section that I really appreciate and need in here is a good week-long section. So I need week and I need a good section for each day so I can put plenty of things. And I have a system of I just have these sticky notes on here that I will move from month to month or week to week. So I know that this Monday I need to start making our task schedule for February. So I just move that every single month. So I need good sections for each day. An added bonus that was in this one, that is the reason I ended up coming back to it each time, was this first section before the big monthly calendar. So this is January 2025. I haven't done anything in here because I have not goals set or anything, but there is an area for your goals, there is an area for important dates, and there is an area for your to-do list. I want to break this up in a couple of ways. I want to have goals for work, I want to have a to-do list for work, and I want to have important dates for work. But I also want to use this section for personal life as well. Date in my personal life, then I will add that in here as well as an important date to go along with work. The other thing I thought was really cute was these sections in the beginning before this page. So it's January 2025, and then on the inside of that, it just gives you like a little motivational something. So for January, it is make your dreams happen, which I think is so great for January. I like to have a notes section in the back as well of these planners. The end of December, when I'm starting to plan or have already started to plan for the next year, I can put notes for like my PTO. That's what I did this past year. And I got these, I don't remember who gave them to me, but somebody gave them to me and I want to eventually use them. I have a couple of times, but I just think they would be super cute to kind of add like a little something something. I used to be planner crazy when I was in college and in high school, especially college. So I'm going to continue that, and I'm going to do it like I used to do, and I'm going to have colors, and a color code, and a system for everything. So I'm excited to do all that. That's all the fun stuff that I want to do next week. Hi, it has been several days since I've talked to you. It's almost been a whole week. Last like 5-6 days. I've just needed a break. I did a lot last week. My body needed a break, but we're back at it. It is the 17th today. I have a long 5-day weekend and I'm very excited. I have no idea what I want to do. I have so much I want to do, but I also want to pace myself and really enjoy this time off. I made myself a nice coffee and we're going to sit down at my computer and we're going to kind of just like brain dump all the stuff that I want to do and then kind of plan out the next at least 3 days, because I'm trying to figure out a couple of different things. I want to get my hair done, whether it be a big transformation or just a slight transformation. I want to get that done. I want to plan like what I was talking about earlier in this video. I also want to do bottles and cans. I'm thinking about doing that today. I want to do a TJ Maxx run tomorrow. Very excited to like do all of this, and it's really great because yesterday I was in such a horrible down mood, like just so emotional, and I wasn't feeling well, and I just like was so everywhere, which was very defeating because I felt so good last week. Well, it was just all my hormones, but it just was still quite defeating. Today, this morning, I woke up and I felt so good. Okay, let's stop talking and I will actually get something done. Continuing on with best of 2024, let's start with books. So by far the best book that I read was Gary Sinise's memoir, A Grateful American, A Journey from Self to Service. If you read anything this year, read that book. It's so good. I also read It Ends With Us so I could go see the movie. Book is better than the movie. We already knew that. And then I read One Italian Summer by Rebecca Serie. Really, really good read as well. So we had a road trip in January. My mom, my grandmother, and I, we drove down to Florida to see family. I vlogged that experience if you want to go check it out. And then I also vlogged when I went to Hershey, Pennsylvania for the NF concert. That was an amazing experience as well. In September, I had 2 concerts back to back. Post Malone by myself the first night, and then the next night I went to go see Jelly Roll with my stepdad. That was really fun experience. And then my favorite shows and movies for this past year, CSI New York. Fell in love with that show because of Gary Sinise, and we are continuing to watch it. So good. And then I fell in love with Stephen Stanley. He is a Christian artist, but he is phenomenal. His sound is amazing. I highly recommend checking his music out. In a little while, I didn't do any of the things that I said I was going to do. Instead, I decided I was going to clean the bedroom finally. It just feels so much better, so much cleaner in here, and I feel good. I need to do a couple of things. I need to do like my master to-do list, just throw stuff on there, kind of figure out my plan for the week. And then I need to prep dinner, which is going to be a really easy dinner. It's a crock pot meal. I have quite a few more things I'd like to do, and I think I just want to stay home for the rest of the day. Tomorrow I think is when I'll do bottles and cans, because I'll already be going out, and then Sunday I'll go out too, because I have 2 more days and I really just want to stay home Monday and Tuesday and just be home, or at least have the option to be with her the most amount of time. Also, whatever I'm watching in the background of these videos where there's, you're seeing me watch a video or music or anything, I'll leave all of it down below so you guys can know who I'm watching and what music I listen to. Hello, I'm currently home alone. This never happens. I'm working from home today. I had a very nice long 5-day weekend and I'm finishing it off today by working from home. But we are gonna have lunch and I thought we would chit chat about my goals and my intentions for this year and kind of just wrap up this video because I know it's forever long and I know you're sick of probably this video. I'm gonna make my lunch, but we're gonna chit chat while I make my lunch. So, if you remember in the beginning of this video, I wanted to get my legs together, do a reset for the beginning of the year, and this has been a very long reset. This has been like 2 weeks time of a reset. And as much as I don't mind that, I want to make sure that I still have a good intention of what I'm doing this for. And that is to set myself up and just feel better about the decisions I am making in my life. My biggest intention, my biggest goal for this year is to really focus, especially the first quarter of this year, is to really focus on my own self and what I want to do and my goals and achieving them and making myself proud. There is something about, and this is, I think goes for everybody, but for myself, there's something so rewarding about me being proud of myself. And I just feel so much better when I'm proud of myself and I accomplish something. So, for instance, I was extremely proud of myself that I reached my 15 book goal from last year for 2024. I originally had a goal of reading 10 or 12 books and I ended up reading 15. I was so happy that I achieved that goal. Even though it was like racing against the clock, I felt so good. I also felt so incredibly good that I paid off and closed the largest credit card that I've had, and I've had that credit card for years. I don't even know how long I had it. I was having, in the middle of this time of filming this video, there was a very particular week where I discussed that I wasn't filming because I just wasn't in a good headspace, and that happens sometimes. Like, it was just because I was so hormonal. And in that time frame, I was like itching to have something different and to have a change, and I wanted to get my hair done, and I still want to get my hair done. But I finally worked through and rationalized about like, why do I want to get a haircut? What is the intention behind it? Would future me be happy with the purchase? Like, I asked all of these questions to myself, and the more and more I asked questions and like wrote it out, the more I was like, no, I'm not going to be happy with this decision that I made. I'm not going to be proud of myself because I was going to be upset and disappointed in myself. I decided that I would go back to my original plan, and when I pay off my next credit card, then I will set aside some money, and I will set aside the appropriate amount of money for getting my hair done. And if that time that I change my mind about how I want to get my hair done, then I won't get my hair done that way, or I will change it or whatever, but I will still have that reward, that goal to work towards. I think I work much better when I give myself and allot myself something like that, but just trying to stay within it because I definitely went overboard. My main intention, the thing that I want to do so badly, is I just want to prove to myself that I can hit these goals, I can make these marks, because I'm going to get closer to the dreams that I have. And I have a very specific, I have 3, I believe, very specific financial goals for this year. Again, I don't share like those things because I just don't want to, but one of them is being, which I don't mind sharing, is paying off the next credit card. I'm not going to close that one, but I want to pay off the next credit card, that major amount of debt, and then I have a smaller amount of debt from my 3rd credit card. Those 2 I'm keeping, blah, 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 blah. I've said that I think a million times, but I want to pay off all of my credit card debt, and I have 2 other really big goals that I would like to achieve to go along with it, and I need to go over the numerics of it, but I'm pretty damn sure that I can do it this year, and I would love to be able to, because I would feel so much more secure in myself, but also myself financially. Hi, so I'm very frustrated right now. I am editing through this video, and I just noticed that part of the last clip that you just saw was cut off. So I'm gonna try my best to remember what I was talking about a couple of weeks ago and continue what I was saying. I mentioned I don't share my goals because I never want to set myself up for potential failure. I never want to set myself up for looking back at this video in a year and realizing, oh, I never achieved those things. I put them out into the universe. You know, God kind of laughs in your face about those things, and, or, you know, redirects you in a way, and the universe has a funny way of like telling you that's not going to happen. And so I'm keeping them private. I'm keeping them to myself and the people in my personal life if I do care to share them, and they're for myself. They're not for anybody else. And for that matter, because they're so personal to me and what I want, I think that's okay. You don't have to share everything to the entire world to see, or even the people in your life. Like, it is okay to have your own secrets. I just really want to pour into myself and fulfill my dreams and my goals and make future me happy. I am making the tough decisions and making the tough choices of where I'm spending my time, my money, my heart, my soul. And I know 6 months from now, me, 6 years from now, me, 60 years from now, me, is going to be so happy that I put those things first, because I'm getting the ball rolling. I am living the life that I want to eventually live, and I'm starting to put my future first instead of my, you know, addiction to makeup, and I want to buy the next best bronzer. Well, guess what? That bronzer, not going to mean anything, and I'm not going to remember it tomorrow or in 60 years from now. It's not the most important thing in my life anymore. My values have really shifted. My thought process of life has completely shifted in the last year, especially. The biggest piece of advice that I could give to a person going through it, first of all, therapy, but two, spend time getting to know yourself again and doing things, finding things, even simple things that make you happy, that give you joy, that you think about in your workday, that you're excited to do, and that make you proud. If you find something that makes you proud of yourself, oh my God, it's such a game changer. And that's just the momentum I keep going with. The more I'm proud of myself, therapy has helped the most of learning how to be proud of myself. I've always been proud of myself to a certain extent. I realized the more I was getting through therapy and the more I was overcoming those like really personal, emotional obstacles and things that I was learning about myself, I knew in other ways of my life how to show up for myself. And one of those was literally just going through my goals and being honest with myself of like what I really wanted in life. And holy shit, when I started saying I was proud of myself more and acknowledging that, whether it was with my therapist, whether it was with myself, whether it was with my family, it didn't matter. The more I said it, there's something about the more you speak it, the more it comes to you. And I have never been more proud of myself in my entire life. So if you can find something that makes you proud of yourself, even if it's a small thing, just start doing those little things, researching about yourself, like learning about yourself, what you're good at. Even if you're not good at something initially, which you're not going to be, but even if you're not good at it, you're at least trying. I'm proud of myself that I tried that. Didn't work out, or I'm not really sure that this is going to work out. Stick with it. Just learn to be proud of yourself, because it will make so much of a difference. I really, really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for letting me ramble on. I love videos like this. I love just like sitting down and being able to talk. If you guys want to see more of these kinds of videos, whether it's rambly, whether it's a vlog, whether it is reset, clean with me or whatever. Let me know what you want to see in the comments down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. I do have another vlog coming soon. It is going to be a week in my life, so you'll get to see what a Sunday to Friday or Saturday looks like for me. Alright guys, again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful life. I will see you and talk to you very, very soon. But until then, I will talk to you later. Mwah. Bye guys.
And still take flight, although you're earthbound.